Hey everyone, I have another TF2 video today, and what happened was really interesting, so I thought I'd like to share it with you all. So to start out with, I got into a game with a previous troll, Breatharian, and I was really curious to know if they remember me or not, because I figured if they did remember me, it would be really bad, and I should have just left the lobby. But luckily they didn't, so I was able to have fun for the most part. So a little bit into the game, this person, Thrillho, said the F slur, and I asked them not to use it. And of course, they didn't like that, so then they called me the F slur in return. And I asked them not to call me that. They said, okay, sorry, R slur. So then a little bit of time passed, and then they said the F slur, and I asked them again, please stop using slurs, because I didn't want to see them or read them or deal with any type of trolling. So this person, Ahun, said that it was Slur Sunday, so I had to respect the occasion. Now, that doesn't exist, so I explained to them that that's not a thing. And then Breatharian responded by saying it does exist. So then I went on to explain my own opinion, where I don't really think slurs should be used that much at all. And then Thrillho said that their mom has a speech impediment, so I hate her for it, which I had no clue what that meant, so I explained that I didn't hate their mom at all. And then Thrillho said, well, she's also a drunk, so is that also wrong? And once again, I had no clue what that had to do with anything. So I responded by saying that I wasn't sure what it had to do with any of our conversation that we've been having, but alcoholism is bad, and I hoped their mom could get through it. So it was at this point that a person named Pronoun Stealer added me as a friend because, in their own words, I seem cool and trans. And then they explained that I'm getting baited by the person and that they were a troll. So it was really nice of them to do, to just inform me of the troll and everything. Once I had that knowledge, I went back into the game. 13 told me that I don't respond well to rage baiting and I'd be best muting them. And Breatharian called 13 a slur, and I thanked them for their advice because it was really helpful. And then at this point, I told Thrillho that I knew they were a low effort troll and I wasn't going to let them get to me anymore. And then another person said to just mute them, which was nice. And then Thrillho went on to say that I couldn't leave or else they were going to harm themselves. Now, that topic is really heavy and it's sensitive to me, so I told Thrillho to not joke about that, and I explained I wasn't going to mute them, I just wasn't going to engage with their trolling. And then I went on to explain that they had to know their actions were going to have consequences. And then Thrillho said it wasn't a joke at all. So at this point, Breatharian asked me if I said that he needs to know if his actions have consequences, which I responded, yeah, I did say it. And then he asked me if I was Sammy Classic Sonic fan, and I said no, I'm Shin, because I'm not Sammy Classic Sonic fan. My name is Shin. And then Thrillho said a word that reads like the N-word is their nickname for me. So at this point, I'm out of it. And I told them that I had reported them, and I was sorry, but they did it to themselves. And then they got really upset. They started going nuts. They said, take it back, dude, WTF. They have 50K in this account. I have to take it back. So at this point, I kind of started to feel like a troll myself, and I gotta admit, I kind of felt happy that I was getting at the person who was just trolling me earlier. So I explained to them they weren't going to get trade banned, and they weren't going to lose their items or skins or whatever. And then Thrillho told me to go to the Discord and tell them it was an accident, and that I have the wrong dude. Which I don't really know if Discord that you're supposed to go to not report people for Steam, because I think you contact Steam support, not a Discord server. But I still just told them no anyway. And then they explained that they were innocent, and then I told them that they weren't innocent. They were a very rude troll. And they also said that they were going to lose their account stats and that this game was all they had, which it makes sense they're a troll. Anyway, Breatharian told me that it was not cool of me to ruin Thrillho's life over words, which I didn't ruin their life. There's no way this game's all their life. Maybe they spend most of their free time on it because they're a troll and it would make sense, but I'm not gonna ruin their life by reporting them in TF2. So then Thrillho started just lying and said that I hated minorities, which is not true. I don't hate minorities. And then someone asked me if I was new to the internet. I told him no, I wasn't. And then the guy from before that said Slur Sunday or whatever said that it's not N-word Monday, so you can't use the N-word. Then I explained that N-word Monday doesn't exist. I don't know where this idea is that you can just say slurs on a certain day of the week. That's not a thing. So after this, some time passed, and eventually Thrillho asked, hey Shin. So I responded yes, and then they told me to apologize to their mother. Now this confused me, and I asked why, and is your mom even here? Because I didn't know. And then Thrillho said that they had to sell their mother's virginity because of me. At this point, I know they're still trolling, so I said whatever. Then after a little bit, Breatharian said the F slur, and I asked them not to use it. And then they said it wasn't the right day of the week to say it, and they apologized. At this point, I started ignoring the trolls, and then Thrillho told me to not forget what'll happen if I leave. And after that, some time passed, and then they asked me, hey Shin, I'm curious. So I asked yes, and then Thrillho asked if I had reported them for trolling or for hate speech, and then I responded with both. After that, the game ended, and I left. Now, what was really interesting to me was, a few days after this event, Thrillho added me on Steam to tell me that I'm awesome. I was confused. really confused because, like, they're a troll. Why would they tell me that? They explained that they called me awesome because of my profile picture, which I really didn't understand, so I asked for more clarification. They said that I was the one that messaged them. So at that point, I just decided they were still trolling, so I unadded them and was done with it. So that was really it. I'm really happy with how I handled myself here. I thought I did a pretty good job. And I know that I've definitely gotten better at dealing with trolls, especially because of all this journaling I've been doing, or video making rather. But that's about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.